Which is why, this is the reason, see, this world is full of invasions. Not only India, the entire world. And mostly this world has been invaded by two faiths. One is Christianity and the second is Islam. In whichever country Christians and Islamic invaders reached, those countries converted fully, 100%. Wherever Christian colonial forces went, those countries became 100% Christian countries. Australia, a lot of African countries, in Europe. Wherever Islamic invaders went, those countries became Islamic countries. You see, in Africa, so many countries became fully Christian, fully Islamic. In fact, in Africa, there is a country, I'm forgetting the name, when the Christian colonizers reached there, within 2 hours, in 2 hours, the entire country surrendered and they said, all of us are Christians, and became a Christian country. Now look at the beauty of India. We are the only society in the world which was ruled for 1,000 years by the minorities. 1,000 years by the minorities. 800 years by the Muslim invaders. Next 200 years by Christian invaders. Next 70 years, let's forget that. But let's take 1,000 years. For 1,000 years we were ruled by the minorities. Yet, when we found freedom, we were mostly a Hindu country. How did this happen? This happened because of our great belief in diversity. We do not protect our culture in an organized manner like the church or the mosques do. There is no book which says this is how you have to protect your religion. There are no sermons. You are not baptized. Yet, it survives. It survives because of two reasons. One, that we know that the only good value for the humanity to survive is the freedom of diversity. This is our great belief in freedom, liberal values, progressive values, that Hindu civilization is the only surviving civilization in the world. And I am very proud of this fact that we are the only surviving civilization. All civilizations have ended. All died, all perished. So our great belief in this oneness, that you can have a tilak like this or no tilak, yet we are one. And the second most important reason, which nobody talks about, if Hindu civilization has survived, is because of our great mothers. Everybody else makes everything intellectual. Everybody tells you, you should practice this because this is good. But our mothers don't tell us that. They don't say to our children, you do this because this is the best religion. They just don't do anything. They just keep sacrificing. So much of sacrifice you will find only in our mothers. Nowhere in the world. I have traveled everywhere. Our mothers, so many are sitting here. Am I right or wrong? I am asking you. You will not eat your food one day, but you will not let your children and your guests go hungry. Am I right? You hardly wear saris because you think if I spend more money on my clothes, then it can come for good use for my children, for your husband. Our mothers instill such great values in our children And this is one of the reasons why our civilization has survived. Civilizations don't survive with guns and swords. If civilizations had to survive with swords and guns, then Aztec civilization, Mayan civilization, Mongol civilization, Roman civilization, Greek civilizations would have survived. They had guns. But we survived because we have mothers. And I'll tell you the value of mothers. Wherever Indians are everywhere in the world, everybody, I'm sure half of the people's children are in America or UK or somewhere today working. But wherever you go in the world and you ask about Indians, if you say Chinese, they'll say, oh, these people you can't trust, they negotiate a lot. If you say French people, they'll say, oh, these are very snobbish people, I can't trust them. You say Americans, they say, no, they are very sharp business people, I can't trust them. If you say British people, they'll say, no, these are very snobbish. More or less, you will see there is a trust deficit. The problem is of trust. And which is true, if you go to America, you'll find if you are in trouble walking on the road, the cars will keep going on. Nobody trusts each other. My money, your money. The son tells father, it's my money, it's your money. This is my room, that's your room. This is my job, this is your job. Husband and wife, this is your job, this is my job. Everything. So you can't trust them. This is all professional relationships. But when you ask about Indians, all over the world, whether you are in Australia, Europe, America, Africa, Asia, wherever you go, what is the image of Indians? We can trust Indians. And this trust, believe you me, trust is the most important human value. Imagine your life. You can live without love. You can live without money. But you can't live without trust. Think about it, what I am saying. Trust. So our mothers, generations after generations have been giving values by showing the power of sacrifice, showing the power of simplicity. They are instilling values of trust in young children. And this trust in each other has kept us together. This is our biggest strength. And that's what lots of people don't like. What are the complaints of the Western world with Hindu civilization? What are the complaints of the leftist people with Hindu civilization? Their complaint number one, oh, they are housewives, they don't work. So they want to create a doubt in our society. They want to tell you that everything you do is wrong. They question everything. Like I said, I met this lady who worships everything. My grandmother, she used to go to Ganga every morning, and on her way, every stone she would put tilak and put some chawal, rice, and she would go, and we used to laugh as children. I said, Nani, ye kya karti ho? And she said, you know, all of them have God in them. Now if you look at it from a leftist point of view, or a Christian point of view, or Islamic point of view, they'll say this woman is a fool, she doesn't know anything. There is no God in stone. But what is science proving now? Where is quantum physics, the modern science, the latest science? What is it saying? Exactly what Adi Shankaracharya said. That this piece of stone has the same energy as you or the God or anything. We are all one. We are manifested in a different way. That is what quantum physics is saying. And this is the reason that in the world's best #1 laboratory in Switzerland, CERN, it's called CERN. Outside that, there is a huge statue of Shiva in cosmic dance. There is no statue of any prophet or messenger or any other god. There is no statue of Einstein or anybody, there is a statue of Shiva. The scientists of the world believe in theories and the philosophies which have emerged from Hindu civilization. And this is our power. Our power is, our strength lies in this great belief of trusting human beings, of trusting each other. But people have been taking advantage of this. Look at the hypocrisy and the manipulation of leftists, that they controlled media and education, that did not let the world know about this. For 32 years, they covered it up. So when I made a film on this film united all Hindus. It's an honest fact. Because in Kerala, Hindi films of this size don't run even for a day. This film came in 2 screens and it came to 110 or 18 screens. It ran for weeks after weeks, houseful. Today I met one journalist, young girl, little leftist, and she was interviewing me. So I said, you are doing my interview, you are attacking me without even seeing the film. She said, no, because I couldn't get tickets. I said, wonderful, you did not get tickets. So in Tamil Nadu, it ran for weeks after weeks, houseful. It released in so many countries where no Hindi film ever released before: Norway, Finland, Mozambique, Kenya. Tomorrow it is releasing in Israel, and it's a great victory for the film. On the 6th, it is releasing in Philippines, Indonesia. These are all Islamic countries. We did not send it there. The people are calling this film. The Muslims of Indonesia are very different from Muslims in India. They are religiously Islamic, culturally Hindu. They are religiously Islamic, but in the evening they practice Ramayana, they do shows of Ramayana. They say, yes, our religion may be Islam, but whatever we are, our identity is Hindu civilization. They have got disconnected from Hindu civilization, but our own people have got disconnected. So the leftist people, when the film came, first they didn't know. They thought, how can anybody, this man, how can he make a film like this? But I knew the mind of these people. So every single dialogue in my film, every single scene, I have tons and tons of research with me, recorded books, articles, interviews, every single thing, so that nobody can question it. And look at I don't know, it's a comedy or a tragedy. You must have heard lots of people, especially in Kerala, they say, oh, this film is propaganda. So I asked them, please tell me which dialogue, which scene is wrong. They say, no, we don't care about that. It's a propaganda. But why is it a propaganda? Then they don't talk. Second allegation, every single journalist I meet, they say, your film is Islamophobic. Now we need to talk about it. I'm going to take 2-3 minutes talking about it. Because the world's biggest danger coming for your children is this title called Islamophobia. So you have to understand this. So I asked them, what is Islamophobia? They said, oh, you know it. No, I said, I don't know it. You tell me what is Islamophobia. They said, you are afraid of Islam. I said, okay. If you have seen the film, tell me if there is even one mention of Islam. They said, no. I said, have I used the word Muslim? I said, no. I said, have I used the word Pakistan so that you say Pakistan is an Islamic country? They said, no. So I said, what is this film about? They said, terrorism. So I said, why do you connect terrorism with Islam? You are connecting, I never connected. Why is it that the moment you say terrorism, people say you are Islamophobic? Arundhati Roy says, don't talk about terrorism, they are oppressed people. So I said, okay, maybe they are oppressed people. If they are oppressed, then it's fine. So I did a research. I picked up a list of the world's most dreaded terrorists. I made a huge list from Osama bin Laden till Burhan Wani. And when I did research, not even one person was oppressed. All of them came from great families. Osama bin Laden was a prince. Afzal Guru was not an oppressed person. Burhan Wani, like Barkhadat says, was a teacher's son. None of them were oppressed. They were all exploited by the religion to pick up guns in the name of the religion. So similarly, wherever you go today in the world, people, if they don't agree with you, they say you are Islamophobic. आप बैठ जाएं. Okay. So this film has exposed all these people who have been creating fake narratives for so long. And that's why they are rattled. They think by calling it Islamophobic, they can shut me up. Now next question I ask. A land where there used to be 100% Hindus, today there are 0% Hindus. Is it because of Islamophobia? Or is it because of Hindu phobia? Third thing is that when this genocide happened, it happened in the name of the religion. Ralev, Galev, Shalev means convert to Islam or run or die. And if you decide to run, leave your women behind and you go. I didn't do it. I have not created this. Despite this, if people are not going to be scared of you, then what option do people have? Do they have any option? But the third allegation they have is that why are you digging old graves? Don't speak about Aurangzeb. Don't speak about Tipu Sultan. Don't speak about anybody. But they have a right to say anything about the history. They can distort history. They can create anything. For example, there have been many films made on Kashmir issue. I can name them Roja, Fiza, Fana, Mission Kashmir, Haider, Not Without My Daughter or some things like that, you know, I don't know the name exactly. But lots of films have been made, at least in Hindi. All those films justified terrorists. All those films are based in 1990, but they do not even mention word Hindu, as if in Kashmir Hindus never lived, because that's the narrative they want to create. And they justify terrorists as if they have gone and lived with terrorists or interviewed hundreds of terrorists and they know the mind of terrorists. No, it's all fiction, all lies. I have gone and interviewed 700 first generation victims all over the world. On camera. Anybody can come and check it. You are cutting a woman live on a saw machine after gang raping her, and you are saying that it's Islamophobia? If you are so concerned about Islamophobia, stand up and speak against terrorism. I have put a video yesterday on my social media. There were young 2 Kashmiri Muslim girls who asked me in Chandigarh University about Islamophobia. I said, you speak up against terrorism. If you have guts, you say, I am a Muslim and I condemn terrorism. There will be no Islamophobia in the world. And another allegation they have is that why have you shown only Hindu victims, why not Muslim victims? The problem is, if they were so victimized, then why are they living in Kashmir? Why didn't they leave Kashmir? Why only Hindus left Kashmir? You are living there, no? People who were terrorized, they left. People who were not terrorized, you did not say, okay, anybody who does not listen to me has to leave Kashmir. You said, no, who does not convert to Islam has to leave Kashmir. And I don't want to speak against anybody's faith or religion, because I believe that everybody has a right to walk towards the path of truth in whichever manner they want. But don't deny me my freedom of belief. What's the time now? Let me know when. So, I hope you understand the danger which we are going through. The whole world wants to destroy this great Hindu civilization. They don't like it. Capitalist people don't like it because we are simple people, we don't consume so many products. I am a marketing student, so therefore I am telling you. Kashmiri people don't like, they say, okay, in Kerala everybody wear these clothes, you know, they don't wear jeans, they don't wear pants. Okay, destroy them, challenge their customs, change their habits, change their festivals, make everybody the same so that we sell more and more product. So capitalists want to destroy this simple society. They don't like our mothers sacrificing. They want our mothers to consume more and more like American mothers. Socialist people don't like us because we are genuinely socialists. We don't have to learn anything from socialists. Islamic, Christians, they don't like us because we can survive. We have the strength to survive without anything. Our families, when they have no money, still they survive. As a joke, I go to America very often as a joke. I have lots of American friends who come to India. They see how Indian women work. I very jokingly tell them, they say, oh, Indian women are great. I said, you want to change the roles for one day? No, we can't do that. That will collapse. Ask them to get up at 5 in the morning, make food for children, husband, clean the house, do shopping, to look after guests, in between do all the prayers, do fasting, do all the rituals, and it's not possible. It's not possible. So therefore, the point I'm trying to make is, very often this question comes, what is nationalism? In my mind, I have done no research, I'm just telling you from my heart. I think the first principle of nationalism is to protect this great Hindu civilization. Our second most important objective as a nationalist is to teach the people who came and live here, to tell them that if you have come to this civilization, it is your duty also to make the great you feel, yes, I belong here and I will not let anybody destroy this. This is the purpose of the film. And I am going to use my art. Okay. So I am taking a pledge, I am telling you, till my last breath, I am going to use my art to promote the great Hindu civilization and its values. In the end, all I want to tell you is, I have been invited to British Parliament. This is the first time a filmmaker has been invited to British Parliament. Swami Vivekananda once said, "Give me 100 committed young Hindus and I'll change India forever." I don't know whether he found 100 committed Hindus or not. But I promise you, I am one of them. And I will ensure that these hidden stories of India come out. My next film, I don't know. It can move from Malabar to Bengal to anywhere, I don't know. I am researching and I think you will be happy to see my next film, because something which you have been wanting to say for a long time and did not get voice, like a brother, like a son, like a colleague, like a fellow Indian, I promise you I'll become your voice. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you.